and welcome our dear viewers to another episode of your show, Hobbies Catalog. For today's episode, it will be car reviews and cars in general. Our guest Abdul Razzaq, he will tell us everything we need to know about this hobby and his journey. And now, without further ado, let's begin. Hello and welcome our dear viewers. Right now I have with me Mr. Abdul Razzaq. Hello and how are you, Mr. Abdul Razzaq?
Hi, how are you? All good, alhamdulillah.
Thank you for being here with us in the show.
Thank you for the invitation and thank you for the opportunity.
So, Mr. Abdul Razzaq, your hobby is car reviews. Is that correct?
Well, yes, of course, it is correct. And it's not just car reviews, it's everything that has to do with cars. Like the old people where they say a piece of metal with four pieces of rubber. So everything around that object is, you can consider it as my hobby.
You started at what age?
Oh, you start loving cars at the age of, I don't know, 2-3 years old. And then it develops from there. You started playing with cars and then you go to the remote control cars. And then very early in my childhood, like around 6 or 7 years old, I started reading about cars, which was not common as
It is.
in my generation. When I was like 6 or 7 years old, my friends used to play, watch cartoons and stuff. I used to do that, but I had something extra, which is reading car magazines. And I think that's why the idea of reviewing a car developed, because when I used to read about cars, I used to read written reviews. That's way before social media. Written reviews.
Before social media?
Yeah, you're talking about early 90s.
Early 90s?
Yeah, because I'm 35 years old. So that was, I think, here where everything changed for me. All the way to 2013 when I decided to actually make the first video. And 9 years later, here we are.
You started at the age 6 or 7 of watching car magazines. At the age, as you said,
yeah, reading.
At that age, even me, I was playing video games. Everyone, all video games.
Yeah, that's very special. Thanks to my father who encouraged reading. He still does. I mean, even with my sons, he tries to encourage reading for them. So reading was the main part. And still, everybody that asks me how do I get more information about cars, I always tell them read. Now it's through our website, not a magazine as much, but reading is what gets you there.
After that, you improved the passion. Your passion has been improved, and you started doing from, I think, 2011, 2010, 2013,
where I started reviewing cars for YouTube and other social media channels. And of course, at the beginning, you don't get the feedback from people. People don't watch as much as you want. They don't comment. They don't interact with the content that you're posting.
Of course, at the start, you don't find so many people.
Here where comes the, let's say, the deciding point between somebody that doing something for passion, or just like because of fame and stuff like that.
And reviews and number of people that
exactly.
knows you.
So because it was pure passion, I kept on stopping and returning and stopping and returning on that, like car reviews thing.
Until you succeed.
Until, alhamdulillah, I don't call it a success yet, but I call it like a step.
I saw that. Also, you reached a level where you go to other countries to do some car reviews from another countries.
That's where comes, alhamdulillah. There is a saying that says, start with the end in mind. I still remember when I started, my goal was to be invited by car companies to car launches outside of Kuwait. And I did like around 15 trips now. And one of them was in Italy, A couple were in Jordan, some were in Dubai, so little around the region and Europe.
This is big. This is huge. You should know that. And of course, as you said, your passion is not only around car reviews. It's in car in general.
Yes.
And after that, you started like doing some reviews for the races.
Yes,
or other things.
I started focusing on Formula One or F1. Basically, Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport. Anything that has to do with cars, it starts at Formula One. Even the braking system, even the technology in engines and stuff like that. Like you see the hybrid technology here, Formula One are using it since 2014. So basically, Formula One is always advanced and
away steps way
yeah.
ahead of the other technologies.
much more like
Of
you're
the
talking
regular
about
cars.
minimum of 7 to 10 years advancement on regular cars. So I fell in love in 2012 with Formula One. I started watching, and when my channel grew, I was like, let me test the waters and check if we have this community here in Kuwait
For
and
Formula One.
For Formula One, yes. And when I started posting, people started following me and interacting with me in regards to Formula One. And here I found out that okay, we have
You have a community. And
we have a
fans for
community
F1.
to build on, and thankfully, alhamdulillah, all of a sudden we had 2 extra Formula One races in the Middle East. We already had Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Bahrain. Now we have Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Qatar and Saudi Arabia. So we have 4 races of in the region.
Of course, you went there and you were watching.
Unfortunately, I still didn't
You didn't go there.
attend any race.
But you watched the race and you did some reviews, of course, right?
I watched the race, I watched the interviews. I spend around 6 to 7 hours in racing day watching the race for 2 hours, and then spending a couple of hours later just reading about the reviews and reading about reports and stuff and watching interviews to understand more and to give a valid opinion in my, because when you want to give a review for a car, you have to try it first.
That's almost a professional review. I mean, personally, if I want to take a review, I would take it for someone like you, who already read a lot, watched the race, watched it many times. You watched it more than one time, right?
Yes, definitely.
And then you gave your opinion. And of
Technically, I can call myself a professional because I'm a media and journalism graduate. So I can call myself
a professional for the
professional for that matter.
the part.
Yeah.
And how is the family support for the reviews?
It's what makes it or breaks it, as they say. Family reviews, family the support is one of the most important things. I mean, yes, my father and my mother, they didn't understand what I was doing exactly at first, but they were like supporting and watching the videos and giving me feedback. And still to that day, my dad gives me feedback. Why didn't you shoot this? Why didn't you say that? How? What is a better way?
videos?
Yeah, of course he does.
So right now we know your biggest fan.
Oh, definitely. My biggest
Father.
fan, he's my second. My biggest fan is my son. So
How old is he?
He's 9 years old now.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
And of course he shares the passion and the love of
Oh,
cars.
definitely. It's built in the family.
And right now you have a goal, right? To go bigger.
Of course. You have to take it one step at a time. So now I built what I think is a good base. My goal is to be the car reviewer or the car source, let's say the #1 car source in Kuwait, and then to go to the GCC, and then God knows when.
Middle East, and after
Hopefully,
that,
inshallah.
the world.
That's the aim. The aim is being worldwide.
It's not impossible. As you said, from the age 7 or 6, you started reading magazines. That's knowledge.
Knowledge,
and you can build it more and more.
And that's as I said before, that's how you know the difference between just I like or love this thing and I'm passionate about this thing. When you're passionate, you'll do it regardless, and you'll do it always full throttle, non-stop.
You didn't, and your goal wasn't to only build knowledge for that thing. You did it for your passion, and after a while, you found yourself, okay, you have a big knowledge based on cars. And this is actually something big.
Yeah, I think my shifting point was when I let's say I thought or I came to an ending that I'm not afraid of the camera. So let me try to do something. Let me just take a look at the camera and just try to say some stuff. And then I saw that there was weak points. Then I started writing. So then I became my own editor.
Time experience, what they
Of
call
course,
Time experience.
and the more you shoot, the more videos you shoot, the more experience you get, the easier it becomes, and then خلاص it becomes
After
natural.
a while, you found yourself having experience for making videos, for the car reviews, for everything else.
Yeah,
That's
practice
around
makes
cars.
perfect, as they say.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And of course, you had difficulties for the reviews and
Well,
for also cars.
Definitely. The difficulties at first would be where to shoot, how to take a video, how to start. When you start and nobody is watching, how do you accept that? How do you?
It's kind of pushed down.
Oh, definitely. No, it kind of breaks your enthusiasm.
I
But
started at first
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the same thing, doing some videos, and I didn't find much of support from the people who watched it and the
Exactly.
people around me. Not exactly the support that I wished for. It was kind of pushed down, but I didn't stop, of course.
Because
And
you're
neither
passionate.
of you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But for me, it was on something else, not a cars, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
But
To each his own.
Yeah,
So-
but of course, I have the love of cars.
Yeah.
And exactly, you too. So
Okay.
you also had more difficulties, not only on you.
Yeah,
social
that
media.
would be the first one. The second one would be how to get the cars, and
So we can do the review about it.
yeah, the dealerships or the companies, they don't know who I am. They don't know what am I capable of. Am I taking the car just for fun, or am I doing actual content on it? So you start like doing it with your own car, even if the car is old. Let me try to do something, and then I show the videos to my friend. Maybe one of them tells me to take their car, and then a cousin, a friend, another friend, and it becomes like a little bit bigger and bigger, and the circle goes on all the way to the Middle East offices.
Some people buy a new car that just got released, a new
Yes.
car, and after that you take it from them to do some reviews.
Yeah, that happened
After that,
a
you
couple
built
of times.
you built some reviews. You
Yes.
built some.
Library, let's say.
Yeah,
A library of videos.
People knows you, car dealers knows you. They ask you to go there and
Yes.
to do some reviews for their cars.
Exactly. That's about it.
Of course, you had lots of advices. You have a big experience with your hobby. And do you have any advice for the hobbyists, people with their hobby who left their hobbies, didn't manage time?
Push through no matter what. Try your best. I tried for 9 years before I succeeded.
You failed too many times.
I failed for 7 years. It was complete failure. 7 years of complete failure, but I didn't stop. The past 2 years got me to be interviewed by KTV2. Thank God.
Amazing,
So-
amazing.
Yeah,
And of
push
course,
through
a
no
lot-
matter what, as long as you're passionate about that.
Thank you. It was an amazing advice, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, that we see a lot of people who get pushed down and they quit immediately. And this is what we see, what we need to say about to them, that do not give up, do not quit what you love, just do it and follow the instructions of the safety.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you, Mr. Abdelrazak, for this
Thank you.
amazing
Thank you,
interview.
everybody. Thank you very
I
much.
learned a lot.
Thank
For
you very
cars,
much.
you told me too many things about Formula One, about the car
I'm
reviews.
glad. Let's
And-
see you supporting one team then.
Inshallah,
Inshallah.
I will, and
Inshallah.
I'll hope that I will see you in the worldwide car reviews.
Hopefully.
See you,
inshallah.
that get invitation from all the car dealers.
Inshallah.
Thank you, Mr. Abdelrazak.
Thank you.
Thank you, our dear viewers, for watching this episode. Hope you like it and enjoyed it, and see you in our next episode.